Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and Hawkeye's protege, Kate Bishop, also got a massive rework for this update, and just like her mentor, she is absolutely bonkers for PvE content. She's competing close to Makari for ABX, or possibly higher than that, which is insane, and she is no slouch either when it comes to World Boss Legend content. So I'm checking this out. I'm showing you guys this now here. This is a raw damage chest, just like we did with Hawkeye, that we do with most characters here. And she's absolutely flying, very proc friendly. And as you can see, insane damage. That's my best run yet. Just over 35 seconds. Insane raw damage. No lead, no support, no obelisk. Just the Uru, ISO, and uniform. And of course the Pierce. But yeah, crazy stuff here. So you could give her a pure PvP build and she could still easily do stage 9, and surprise she can also do stage 19 of null with just one support. So let's see what else she can do here. I'm going to show you the build in a second, but I want to first showcase her debuff potential, because for those of you who still like playing World Boss Ultimate from time to time, she has some really nice paralysis on her fourth skill. I think it's her fourth and her third. So she has 2 seconds and 3 seconds of paralysis, which really synergizes well to allow her to lock down a lot of bosses. So we're going to do a 6-3-5-4 cancel here. We wait for her to jump back and shoot one arrow before we continue with the rotation. And as you can see here, we just paralyze Proxima again to go right into the next rotation. And you just want to spam 3 as soon as it's back up, and you can basically lock her down until her next phase. It's crazy. Now, she does get through her next phase, so we're going to let her do the little run in the middle. But you just go right back into it. You go right back into it. The targeting is really good. The AoE is high enough here. Like, the AoE is large enough that you can get off these attacks. And you're basically done here. So it's a really fast clear. Like, the damage is super high. She clears the whole stage, bro, with no obelisk. I know it's stage 99 and I have Pierce and all that stuff, but bro, no obelisk. This is Makari type speed. 35 seconds. And she locks Proxima down. I think Proxima attacked me 3 times for the whole fight. It's absolutely bonkers. I love it. So let's check out the build here. The archers are really competing for some of the best speed types in the game. We just have physical attack Uru and a couple of dodge Urus there, so really nothing too crazy here. You can see the stats. We have almost everything maxed out except for a little bit on dodge, a little bit on movement speed, and a little bit on crit rate. We've got rank 4 speed for Mephisto. We have the stage 11 Power of Angry Hulk. Power of Angry Hulk is great for her, but you can also make it work with Hawk's Eye or Overdrive. It really doesn't matter because you're canceling most of her skills anyways, and she has short cooldowns and short animation, so attack speed is not like 100% necessary. It's not like absolutely necessary. No artifact, no custom gear, and then a regular, and then the mythic uniform with the regular option rolls that we usually do, double attack, HP, and so on and so forth. Unlike Clint, although she does have some things that could make her good for PvP, and she was referred to as an all-arounder character in the live stream, I feel like she's not going to have as much presence for PvP, mainly because on top of not having any quirks for PvP, like any of the main abilities, she also doesn't have iframe ignore. And I can't really remember the last character. Maybe does Hela not have iframe ignore? But Hela has a bunch of other things that make her really good. Or maybe like Blue Marvel doesn't have iframe ignore. But there's very few characters that work in PvP these days without iframe ignore, and they're not even in the top 5. They're usually not even in the top 10. So I'm not going to focus on PvP today for Kate Bishop. You saw her raw damage, which would basically translate into a PvP build if you wanted to. So she can still clear insane amounts of content insanely fast without any PvP or PvE investment. But now let's give her an obelisk and see what she can do with even more firepower. We're just going to go with a regular 180 proc obelisk here. This is very easy to roll because it doesn't have any stats that we want. This is just sort of like a random one that I got from a check-in or a login or some sort of chest. And then the cold damage and the fear are doing nothing for me, but we're going to see just how easy it is to proc on Kate Bishop's skills, and then just how much that 180% increase scales and ramps up her damage. First things first, we got to see if this stage 99 Proxima run turns into a one-shot without strikers. I'm going to hope that it does here. We're going to drop the Nick Fury buff and then go into the rest of the run. We're going to do 6-3-5-4, and the reason why we do that, oh, it's so close to a one-shot. So close. The reason why I do 6 first, although it does have the possibility of triggering her proc, it's just because you will have the 6 come back off of cooldown 1 second faster or half a second faster. Doesn't mean much, but I think it's fine. There's enough gap between the different animations that she's not going to get too many hits in. But yeah, not bad. 16 seconds. Not bad. That's definitely a one-shot if you put in a couple of strikers there. Doctor Strange probably is the only one needed for me to just hold Proxima in place for a few seconds so I can get my next rotation off, get another paralysis, and that's basically a one-shot without a CTP. Without a leadership, can we one-shot the first phase? Ooh, not quite. But you know what? It's not that far off. That's crazy, dude. That's wild. It's one transcended rotation and 2 regular rotations. So that's a 3 rotation there's a 3 shot. I was gonna say a 3 rotation 1 shot. That's a 3 rotation phase 1. So she can absolutely do the 100-second challenge for you on Null and Mephisto with just an obelisk. And again, with not even Odin's Blessings or anything like that. That's absolutely crazy. Okay, let's kick it up. Let's go to stage 20 Mephisto. Let's go to stage 24 Mephisto. And let's see what she can do here. I'm going to give her just Wave. We were testing it with Echo before. Echo and Wave without an obelisk, and she could barely do it. Now I want to see with just Wave and then just a throwaway third. So just 1 lead/support if she can absolutely blitz this stage. Good news here, if she can blitz through this stage 24, she'll be able to go even higher with, again, just an obelisk, which is absolutely crazy. We could also give her a double support, which would ramp up the damage even more. And the funny thing is, looking at her rotation, the 3, 5, 4, you have the exact same rotation as Clint, which I think is so funny and so thematic and so fitting, because if you have one of their rotations, you have both, right? And of course, like protege archer, like teacher archer. So whatever, you know what I mean. like master archer, like apprentice archer. There we go. That makes much more sense. Not the show archer, but yeah. So it's just a very simple 3-5-4 or 6-3-5-4 if you have her transcendent skill up, and then just massive damage. Look at that. 50 seconds on phase 1. Absolutely nuts. Let's keep rocking it out here. Yeah, it's basically impossible to miss a rotation. So even though Clint has some targeting issues, as far as missing rotations, they never miss. Which I think is sort of that Hawkeye motto, right? Of not missing. We're actually going to wait here just so I can maximize the... okay, there we go. I want to maximize the damage here, the damage output before he does his goofy little phase change. Not phase change, sorry, the fear thing. We wanted to switch there as well because there was just way too many things going on the screen. Yeah. As far as Kate being slow as well, she's not that slow. As you can see, she's actually a little bit faster than Daredevil, and I actually think Daredevil's fast enough. There we didn't proc, which is a bit weird. Should be fine, though. But yeah, you can mix in the 1 and the 2. I prefer the 2 just because it looks really cool. But you can mix both of these skills in after the 4. Because like I said, she has really, really short animations, which is nice. Because it makes it really hard to miss your next proc. Like, for some characters, because they have so much residual damage, it's very easy to goof up if you use too many skills or your timing is just a little bit off. And you'll proc your next rotation early. It's basically impossible to do that with Kate. Really nice, really short rotations. I really like what they did with the character. And yeah, dude, she's just crushing the stage. Cruising and crushing here. This is probably the only thing I'm worried about is that purple attack. Yeah, okay. So that does a good chunk of her HP. We're going to use the co-op skill to protect ourselves. We wanted to pop off that awakening as fast as we could. Again, still have not missed a single rotation. That's probably my first missed rotation because I just went in when he was doing an iframe, unfortunately. He does like the iframe, and so her not having iframe ignore does hurt her a little tiny bit during this phase, but I don't think it's enough to really make a big deal out of. Nice. So we'll see here her speed. We started at about 205. Yeah, that's not bad at all. And again, such an easy rotation. I love it. Absolutely love it. And then you follow up with the 2. She flies around. We might get cutscened here. No, and also no proc. Okay. There we go. There we got cutscened. Man, stage 24 with an obelisk. Just absolutely crushing it. That was not worth the animation. Okay. Does she have debuff removal on one of her skills? She might, or it might be... No, I was going to say leadership, but no, it's not. There's no leadership here that gives her that. Ooh, I missed the third skill. Did you guys see that? I missed pressing the third skill. There we didn't proc at all, which is weird. We're actually getting unlucky with the procs being super duper late. Nothing I can do about that. That's just pure bad luck. And then we get time frozen, of course, and now we're going to get stunned, of course. All right, but again, she's fast enough that she can collect all these. Yeah, I don't think her speed is an issue here. I could have waited for the Transcended skill, but we've been having issues with proc, so I'd rather just get it on the next one. And unlike Hawkeye, I think, unlike Clint, I think she has enough AoE. Yeah, I don't think you need to worry about popping the Transcended skill when Mephisto's moving around as much as you do with Clint, because her AoE seem to be larger and she has bigger explosions. So that ended up taking over 4 minutes, which I think is actually really long. I think I got kind of unlucky with missing a lot of procs at the end where I was doing the rotation properly, but it was just not, you know, triggering, and the insight proc was triggering, but the regular proc was triggering. But man, she just absolutely crushes stage 24, and then you can use her again on 30, so she'll be an excellent addition to anyone's roster who wants to climb, because if she can do 24 with time to spare, there's a possibility that she could even go ahead and do 30 for you, and she could probably get you to 30 before you need to either invest in a second support, or then you need to, like if you would add in Sif, for example, or Valkyrie, she could probably do 34, or maybe that's when you'd want to graduate her to a CTP, but that's absolutely nutty, dude, that she can go all the way up like that with just an obelisk in hand. So yeah, I'm going to do more testing on her, and I'm going to bring you guys even more content, but I really think Kate's going to be awesome for PvE when all is said and done, when the dust settles on the speed meta, and it seems like it's back on. So yeah, hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think of Kate and the build, and how you're faring with the update and the bugs and stuff like that. Thanks so much for watching. Smash the like button, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.